this is Vargas, and I'm back again with the second week of pickups through Moviefreakbazaar. And like I mentioned in the last video, he's going to take a 2-week break. So Christmas and New Year's, there won't be any new DVDs through him. But I wanted to share what I got, which is why I went a little crazy and picked up a bunch of stuff, because the next 2 weeks he's not going to do anything. So yeah. First off, a movie that I've been hunting down for a while, and I've never seen. I've seen the movie, but I've never been able to come across a copy. Can't talk. Come across a copy on DVD, and this is White Noise 2. I like the first White Noise because it has, in my opinion, the best Batman of all time, Michael Keaton. And this one is a sequel, but it doesn't follow the events of the first one. It's just a sequel in name, but it has Nathan Fillion and Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica. Really, really good movie. I like the first one because of Michael Keaton, but I would say that this is a better movie, in my personal opinion. Blind Buy, have not seen this movie, and I got a lot of horror movies, which again, Macabro is the one that should take care of this, but he's indisposed at the moment, so he's gonna get really pissed that I talk about a bunch of horror movies. But this is Forget Me Not. It says on the bag that it's about a girl whose friends are disappearing, and it has something to do with a ghost of a person that they did something to. So yeah, always interesting to see these horror movies. Next one is a movie that I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I saw it, and it feels like a spiritual sequel to Payback. And it's Mel Gibson in Get the Gringo. Gringo is a Mexican term for an American, Northern American, because we all live in America, but a United States citizen is called a gringo. And I saw this, and I immediately thought of Payback, because it's just a criminal that's trying to get his money back, and Payback is, that. Mel Gibson got a lot of flack for a lot of really crazy stuff that he did, but he's still a pretty good actor, and he did direct a good movie with Apocalypto and Passion of the Christ, so and he was good in Expendables 3. I liked him in that. So, and this movie is really cool. It has some really nice action, and it does really have a vibe of Payback. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out, and this one's really, really good. Much like Tom Cruise, Mel Gibson recently does get a lot of flack. And then with the comics that he did, he kind of deserves it, but he's still a good actor. This one is from the co-creator of the Blair Witch Project. It's called The Objective. And it's about, haven't seen this one, but it's about a CIA operative group that after 9/11 goes looking for something in the desert, and they encounter some freaky deaky shit. And it might involve aliens, I don't know, but I kind of like this. I don't know if I shared it in the video, but I picked up a movie called Navy SEALs versus Demons. And I kind of like, maybe it's because of Predator, I kind of like these movies where a crack tactical team of soldiers has to encounter some weird shit. Hoping it's good. This one I picked up because it sounds interesting. Again, haven't seen it. Another blind buy. You might question, well, why the hell do you buy so many blind buys if, just focus on the stuff that you like. But personally, going into a movie blind that I haven't heard about, it reminds me of my days, when we would rent movies in the video store. Back in the day, we didn't have any internet, and, there wasn't any way to, this movie looks interesting, let me Google it. It's shit, I won't watch it. I've never been that way. If someone says a movie is bad, I'll watch it anyway and make my own, opinion on it. Maybe the movie is bad. Maybe if everyone says that the movie sucks, it's probably because of the movie sucks. But personally, I've come across occasions where the movie sucks. Everyone says that the movie sucks, but I watched it and I enjoyed it. So, and I think that's because of how I was raised with movies, because I would, rent a movie and the cover art looked cool, and I would take it home and Sometimes I would enjoy it. Sometimes I would not. But I enjoy going blind and buying blind movies because I might be pleasantly surprised. The movie might be bad, but I can laugh at the movie. Very rarely do I come across a boring movie, which is the worst sin that a movie could do. It'd be boring. But this is Incident at Loch Ness. It's kind of like a mockumentary, which is going to come up after this one. But it's a mockumentary about a group of people that are trying to locate the Loch Ness Monster. And apparently shit happens, but looking forward to this. Another mockumentary I picked up is one that I heard through the Cinemasochist. The Cinemasochist. I don't know why I always add an S to my words. It's weird. I apologize for that. But this is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Lizzie Borden. And I've never seen this movie on a copy on DVD. I didn't know that it had this really cool slipcover. This is pretty cool. It comes with the mask of Lizzie Borden, nice metallic slipcover, and then the movie. And this is a mockumentary about a guy that wants to be a serial killer in a universe where Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Leatherface exist. So he's inspired by those killers, and he wants to create his own legend. And this documentary group finds the guy, and he's explaining how, for example, a trope in horror movies is that the victims run really fast, and the killer's always like sprinting, but he's able to catch up to them really fast. And this one, the guy here says that, well, I have to really work on my cardio. I gotta get really good at cardio. So as they're running like idiots, I run really fast after them. And when they look back, that's when I stop myself and walk really slowly. So it looks like I'm like teleporting. I'm always behind them, but it's because I run like shit. And he also studies like escapists. So if they ever put him in a trap, he's able to get out. Really, really cool. Again, I heard it because of the Cinemasochist, and I watched it, and it's really cool. And I'm really happy to finally add a copy to this, because this is a really, really good movie. If you like slasher movies and you want to see something like that, it has fucking Freddy Krueger here. Robert Englund stars here, and the lady from the short lady from the Poltergeist movies. Really good, highly recommended. Got this at the special one, and worth it because I've never come across a copy of that movie. The next one I picked up is Dream House, a horror movie with Daniel Craig, James Bond, Naomi Watts from Kong and the Ring, and Rachel Wells from The Mummy. And I picked it up because of these three. I like these three. They're good actors. Then picked up this one just because I've heard it's a really bad movie. But yeah, it's Spring Breakers with James Franco and a whole bunch of chicks. Selena Gomez is the only one I recognize. I remember this was like supposed to be like a crime movie, but really edgy. And it came out and everyone said it sucked. But I've never been able to get a copy of this. I haven't seen it in the flea markets, and every time Moviefreak got it, people would get it before me, and finally was able to get it. So I want to check it out myself. I've not seen it, but I want to check it out by myself. Another thing I collect is I collect a lot of stuff, but one of the subgenres that I collect is Frankenstein movies. You would be surprised how many Frankenstein movies there are out there. Obviously, the best ones are the Boris Karloff ones, but I thought Victor Frankenstein with James McAvoy and the Harry Potter guy was pretty good. But there's like a whole bunch of Frankenstein movies. I might actually make a video on all the Frankenstein movies I own, because I have a couple. But this one's a take on that, and it's Subject 2. It's about this guy that's he's like an intern, so he goes to work through a doctor whose name is Franklin Vic, which is a play on words on Victor Frankenstein. And he's working on a serum for, reanimating life, but it gets really complicated, basing myself on what it says on the back. But always interesting to see what they do with Frankenstein movies. Picked up Daniel Craig in Archangel. I thought it had something to do with supernatural, but it just turns out it's just a thriller. It's about a guy that's trying to solve a mystery in Mudarosha, and so I don't know. I don't know how good this would be. Picked up the Rugrats Go Wild, which is a crossover between the Rugrats and the Wild Thornberries. The Rugrats came out when I was a lot older. Not too old, but I would still watch cartoons, but I never really got too deep into the Nickelodeon stuff. Never got too big into SpongeBob, the Rugrats. The only one I liked was Dexter's Lab. Johnny Bravo, I liked him because he was so weird, and the Powerpuff Girls because I liked Mojo Jojo, but never big into Rugrats or SpongeBob. But I thought this movie was pretty cool because the Rugrats get lost and they meet the Wild Thornberries, and the Wild Thornberries were kind of weird. I actually bought the Wild Thornberries movie, and I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, pick it up. Almost at the home stretch. Picked this one up. It's called Dead Calm. I don't remember if I seen. I've probably seen it because I've seen a lot of movies on TV or VHS. But reading the back, it does remind me like something that I've seen, and definitely reminds me of an episode in The Simpsons 3 House of Horror. It's called Dead Calm. It stars the guy from Jurassic Park and Nicole Kidman that are going on a boat trip, and they come across Billy Zane, and because he's like shipwrecked, and they save him, but he's a freaking psycho. And I know that happened in an episode of the Treehouse of Horror. This one is not a good movie. It is the weakest one of the trilogy. And part 1 is amazing. Part 2, it's okay. But Beverly Hills Cop 3 is not that good. I don't know. Just something happened and this movie is not good. But I suppose, again, it's debatable whether I really needed it, but I wanted it to complete the trilogy, because I have 1 and 2, and it just seems off to not own the third one, even though it's the weakest one, but I fully admit that my obsessive-compulsive nature is a big factor on me buying so many movies, but I also enjoy them, but yeah, this is not good. This one I picked up because I have the first one, and I actually enjoyed the first one. I saw it myself many years ago, and then I watched it again with my wife, and she really liked it. And we were going to see the sequel, but stuff came in the way. But this is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, the sequel to Mamma Mia. And yes, I know a lot of people will be like, you like Mamma Mia? But it's music from ABBA, and I really like the music from ABBA. And I thought it was a harmless, goofy movie. With Pierce Brosnan and Meryl Streep, and the guy from Kingsman, and the guy that played the Doctor in Thor. I thought the first one was good, but we never got to see the second one, so I bought it so I can watch it with my wife, maybe someday. This one I'm pretty sure I already own, but this is a different cover, and it has special features. And I'm 100% sure that the copy I own has no special features. But this is the amazing, the World of the Worlds, the classic one from 1953, I think, maybe. I'm 100% sure it's from the 50s. I just can't. Don't quote me on the year. Great special effects. The freaking saucers in this are amazing. The laser effects that they have this really unique sound. It's like I don't know. I picture that. But I really like this movie. It's one of my favorite, classic sci-fi movies. It's freaking amazing. I love this movie. And I own a copy, and I know it's different because the one I own is red, and this one looks different. And I know that one doesn't have any special features, but this one has an audio commentary with actors, an audio commentary with the film director. No, with a film director. Joe Dante had nothing. What, did he have anything to do with this? No, but it has a audio commentary with Joe Dante, film historian Bob Burns, and Bill Warren, and author of keep watching the skies, which is a phrase from the thing from another world. It has a making of the world of the worlds, a look back at H.G. Wells, a radio. Ooh, it has a radio broadcast of War of the Worlds. I hope it has that complete. The only problem I'm just realizing now it's full screen. But a lot of these older movies, when they release on VHS and some of the DVDs are full screen, I don't know why. But yeah, definitely recommend this one. This one is deceptive. This is because this is Black Eagle, and has Van Damme on the cover, top billing on the cover. But this is a Sho Kosugi movie. This really isn't a Van Damme movie. Van Damme actually plays the villain, if I remember correctly, and Sho Kosugi is the good guy. If you don't know who Sho Kosugi is, he's from the a couple of a trilogy of ninja movies that came out. I remember the third one best, Ninja 3: The Domination. He's in that, but there's also Enter the Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja, I think. I remember the third one better. So this is a Sho Kosugi. This is unfair because this is a Sho Kosugi movie with Van Damme as the villain, but Van Damme is all over the place, and you don't even get one frame of poor Sho Kosugi, which sucks. But I remember renting this one and being like surprised because the VHS I remember had Van Damme, but Van Damme's not in it that much, and I'm like, what the hell? Wait a minute, that's Sho Kosugi. But yeah, got that one. And the last one is a double buy because I have the full screen version, and I wanted the widescreen version of Insomnia with Al Pacino, who's great, Robin Williams, who's great, and this is, I don't remember if this one came out after or before 1 Hour Photo, because Robin Williams does a really good performance in 1 Hour Photo, really creepy, and then he does another great performance in this one, but I can't remember which one came out first, but this is really good. I highly recommend that one. But like I said, I have the full screen and I wanted the widescreen. But yeah. So this last video was a lot bigger because I picked up a lot more stuff this last week. Yeah, just really good stuff, and I won't pick up anything else in the next 2 weeks. Like always, I like to recommend the brightness standouts of the collection. And in this video, I will highly recommend The World of the Worlds. It's a great one, way better than the one that Steven Spielberg and Tom Cruise did. I enjoyed this one. I like this one so much, I bought it twice just because of the special features. That's how much I like this movie. And the next one is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Lizzie Burton. If you like horror movies and grew up with the slasher movies of the 80s, this is a nice homage to that one. I highly recommend this one too. So great movies. I can't wait to sit down and watch these in the movie room once we finally go to the movie room. Status on that is pending. Still have some back catalog of movies like that I have to talk about. They're in the house, they're in the movie room, but we're not still living in the house. Complicated reasons I won't go into. So you'll still see movie pickups from me because I have a whole stack of movies that I have to talk about. Hoping I could get Macabro to do his stack of horror movies, and next year I'll probably stop buying so many movies, or stop buying movies in general, and start doing movie reviews. So we'll see what's up in 2020. But until I see you all again, guys, if I don't see you, or if you don't see me before Christmas, which was probably true. I mean, this is I'm recording on the 22nd, so yeah. So 3 ways of there's no way I'll be able to upload this, but it'll probably upload after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, and to all a Happy New Year. Bye, guys.